Okay, my favorite Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking great. You're go.
And we're rolling, Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Wow. Hey, great.
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome, 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 welcome to the Saturday Wednesday Lion Show.
Pretty sure, my friends, that pirates are perhaps the world's most celebrated criminals. I'm Greg.
Are they now?
It's the 16th day of September, the year 2023, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind. You know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
Well, I'm going to guess it's R.
No, C. Don't you remember? His love in his life was the sea in the song Brandy?
There we go. See, there's there.
C. Or better yet, that way. No, it's not backwards.
Happy Saturday. How you been? How's your week?
My week is good. You know why?
We're still celebrating a Green Bay Packers win here.
We are. With all due respect to my Bear fan friends, I had 3 Bear fan friends over the other day, and I was very respectful. And they even admitted we had a good time. We had pizza, we had wings, we had chips, and whatever. We had fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. This is my Packer. I call him Parrot. Yeah, because he keeps repeating victories over the Bears week after week, year after year. I'm kidding. All right, that's it. I'm done with all that. I'm done.
That's okay. I think your prediction was closer than mine, but we were both off.
Yeah. You were 13-10. I was 23-13.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. It was 10-6 at halftime.
Right. So I was thinking, hey, I'm kind of in this thing. If the second half just went crazy. So
well, here's the thing. I didn't worry about it because I thought, well, there's a couple things here. Number one, the Packers are very good at second half adjustments. Well, I want to ask you something. What have I been saying all summer long and even through the early part now of the season? Matt LaFleur that too. Matt LaFleur is a good coach, and you're going to finally start to see how well he can coach.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have that arrogant little Aaron Rodgers, and God bless Aaron Rodgers. I don't hate him, but he did get a little too big for his britches. Anyway, but Matt LaFleur has tried to coach for 4 years. He's been there for his 5th year now. And he's done a great job, even with Aaron Rodgers second-guessing him, rolling his eyes, going, well, coach, I think I'm just going to run my play. Whatever.
Right.
And if you remember, Mike McCarthy had the same problem with Aaron Rodgers. So he's been a little prima donna for the last 10 years or so. Anyway, we got Jordan Love. He's a guy who is poised back there, looks really.
We need to save this for the end time. We got guests, we got stuff to get to, and we got a big. Okay. We'll talk Packers at the end of the show. Right now, it's big number. Big number of the week this week. Our current race to 10, by the way, has a tie score of 7-7. There's a football game happening in the big number of the week right now. Big number of the week this week is 500 million. Is that right? Is that what? No, that's not right. Scratch that. The big number was changed last minute. And it's even bigger than that. Maybe that's why I did it. I did that way because I want to be dramatic this week. The big number this week is really a big number. It's 5.6 billion. That's what I'm looking for. Billion. And the answer this week is Swift or Smucker. Swift or Smucker. We'll tell you the answer at the end of the show. Tom is going to text me his answer now. Joann will tell me her answer at the end of the show. And yeah, it's a big number of the week. All right, we got some.
All
right, click. Quick shout outs for the week this week before we get to our guests. 2 guests this week. That's right, 2 guests this week because we got some information we want to get to you before we just don't have enough time. We've got all these guests wanting to come on the show now. It's been wonderful. Thank you for all the help getting the word out that we are getting our not-for-profits on the podcast. Quick shout outs this week include Christian Life Schools. They've got a big event happening today, their Blue and White Festival. They're celebrating 50 years at Christian Life Schools this year. And today it is a families and alumni 50th event from 1 to 5 out at the football field in the track there. They're going to do a blue and white alumni student co-ed soccer match, have inflatables for the kids, a bunch of food, tour the updated facilities, connect with classmates and former teachers. 1 to 5 today, going to be a big party at Christian Life Schools. Since our last show, Tom, I was the PA announcer for 2 Christian Life football games. Last Saturday, they had a home game, and this last Thursday night.
Nice.
So me and my buddy Bill Cash, Bill runs the clock, and I tell everybody what I think I know about what's going on the football field, and that's what we do, and we have a fun time up there. Want to give a quick shout out also to the Woodstock Opera House. Today and tomorrow, they have something very special going on. It is the where are we going? It changed screens on me. There it is. Silver Screen Spectacular is today, 7 o'clock, and tomorrow afternoon at 2. So my daughter Mariah is singing in this. It's going to be a very cool event at Woodstock Opera House. If you love music from movies, this is for you. Silver Screen Spectacular, a new musical review, hit songs from the movies we know and love: Grease, Sound of Music, Star is Born, Greatest Showman, animated classics, a whole lot more. Fun for the whole family. There's a talented youth ensemble, professional and local talent, an all-star band, dancers. Wow, going to be a spectacular for sure at Woodstock Opera House tonight and tomorrow. Quick shout out to Team Sold on Tony, Keller Williams Realty Signature. Kudos and congrats to my Loves Park home buyer who got under contract this week. And last Sunday, we had our Bears Packers client appreciation party at the Union downtown Rockford. It went really, really well. The one thing that was a problem in the first quarter, we had a popcorn machine that blew a circuit. And so the screens went off. It blew out our Wi-Fi for about 10 minutes. So we missed the Packers' first score because of this stupid electrical issue.
Well, let me take you through it. No, I'm kidding.
It was good. It was good. But anyway, the rest of the day went great. And we had folks win a stay in Orlando, Florida. We gave away a stay at a spa down in Orlando as our grand prize for the client appreciation party. So come next year is what I'm saying. We have Victory Pickleball. Victory Pickleball had their ribbon cutting this week, and they are now open in the old Victory Tennis Complex at Windsor and Alpine.
You ever played pickleball?
Not yet, but I'm gonna. They've got a free bronze membership you can sign up for. And obviously you do have to pay for court time and stuff like that. And I think you can rent paddles and stuff, so you don't need to buy all the equipment right away. Beautiful facility. I mean, it is like brand new again. So if you get a chance, go check out Victory. They've got a great restaurant. I think they call it The Kitchen.
The Kitchen. And they've got a big wall of it's a beer tap wall. And it's a self-serve beer tap thing. You put your credit card thing in, and then you pick what you want, and you fill up your glass. It's kind of cool. So that's what's going on at Victory. Next, Rockford had a nice event at the R1 offices downtown, which is right next door to the new library. And it had some really nice talk, really nice information about the future growth of the Rockford area. And the limitations that we have and the great opportunities that we have. So kudos to R1 for all that they're doing to try to make our region the best it possibly can be, logistically speaking, if not anything else. So really appreciated that this week. And 2 last things, Tom. We had a great lunch at Cracker Barrel, you, me, and Joann. Yes, we did.
So want to give a shout out to Cracker Barrel and the wonderful food that we had there and the time we had a chance to visit there. This week is our 10th anniversary of the Saturday morning State Line show. Yeah, 10 years. It was 10 years ago this week that Todd and Shannon had their final Saturday morning show on WROK. Mm-hmm. We took over the following week, which I believe was September 20th or something like that, 23rd. I've got it here somewhere, but it was 10 years ago this week that we started this show. So today, episode 516 since starting, episode 179 since going full-blown podcast. So anyway, those are all my shout outs for the week before we get to our first guest.
Oh, one thing, the
Yep.
Victory Pickle Club or whatever.
Free pickleball.
Why didn't they call their restaurant the Pickle Jar?
Yeah, because then when they would have thought they only served pickles, and that would not be right. They don't want to.
Well,
do
the
that.
kitchen, that means they serve everything. I want steak and lobster.
They serve a lot. They serve a lot. Well, our first guest today, real quick, is part of Family Counseling Services. I don't know her title, but I know her name. So she's going to tell me what her title is and all that other stuff. But the Dancing with the Rockford Stars has become one of those immensely popular events here in the Rockford area. And Lynn, I'm looking forward to having you tell us all about it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Greg and Tom.
Good morning.
Let's get that off the screen. There we go. I was trying to drag stuff behind the scenes and it didn't work. There we go. So, Lynn, tell us a little bit about yourself. Did you grow up in Rockford, and where did you do before getting involved with Family Counseling Services?
I pretty much grew up in Rockford. Most of my life has been spent here. I graduated from Rockford West High School, which is now West Middle School. A long time ago. We recently had a big milestone class reunion. The first part of my life was professional life, I should say, was in sales, and then I went into executive recruiting with the first group here in town. And I did some search work for nonprofits, and I decided that I wanted to make that shift. And I spent a few years in fund development with Discovery Center Museum, most recently Girl Scouts of Northern Illinois, where we had a partnership with Family Counseling Services. And I've been involved with FCS a long time ago. I was a board member for a brief period, and I was able to make that connection again with Girl Scouts. And we had a Girl Scout team who won the Cheaters Spelling Bee that FCS used to hold as a fundraising event. And so just those connections and timing, and one thing led to another. They needed an executive director, and I inquired about that opportunity, and here we are. So that was 2.5 years ago when I came to FCS.
Okay. I remember the Cheaters Spelling Bee events. I remember those. They were having those, gosh, up until a few years ago anyway, right?
Until COVID.
Until COVID.
And use your phone or what? Is that what it is?
No, we would raise money, and if you had enough money, if you were out for some reason, you misspelled a word, then you could buy your way back into the competition. So we had a lot of cheats. We'd raised a pretty good amount of money so we could keep getting back in. And the rest of my team were great spellers, so it all worked out.
It's a brilliant idea. I'm sure. I imagine that will come back eventually now that we're post COVID garbage. So
some people have asked us to do that, so we shall see.
Well, today, believe it or not, is National Dancing Day, and you guys have an awesome dance event coming up November 18th, again at the Tabala.
Right.
And remind me, the Dancing with the Rockford Stars, is that done on a stage, or is that done in the round, kind of like they do the TV show?
Nope, it's on a stage. They have a great stage there at Tabala, and so we're able to use that, and the dancers put on a fabulous performance, and so it's really a super fun event, and obviously all with the funds raised to go to support the work that we do here in the community. So it's the 16th anniversary, so it's been going for a long while, and we've had some great dancers over the years, and we have a real fabulous lineup. I can hardly wait to see what they're going to perform this year.
and some great coaches to help teach these dances to the dancers. And yeah, you've got some very fun couples this year. It's going to be tough to you're going to raise a lot of money, and B, I have no clue who's going to win this thing.
No, and last year we had some really, really big surprises and amazing performances. And I really don't envy the judges. Now, one of the winners is the People's Choice Award, and that's by voting, and people vote with their dollars. So, that's a little bit of a fundraising competition there. But then the judges they're the ones who give out the Judges' Choice Award, and you never know who they're going to choose. So it's pretty exciting. And yes, you hit on a very good point, Greg. We have wonderful dance studio partners, and some of them have been back for many, many years now. So we just really appreciate all the commitment that our dancers and studio partners make to this event, because it's a lot of time and effort and work for them to come up with the performances and put on a great show for everybody who attends.
They don't just want to show up and dance a dance and just, yay, look at me, I'm a Rockford star. No, they're trying to win this thing. They want to look good.
Yeah, people are pretty competitive that are participating in this. So yeah, that's just incredible to me what they're able to do and willing to do, all on our behalf.
I am struggling to find the link to show the dancers.
So if you go to Dance with Rockford Stars, or Dance with the Rockford Stars,
Dancing with the Rockford Stars.
Yeah, or if you're on the family counseling page, you can go to our events page, and there's a link there too.
Okay, so there's the events page. Where's the link to?
Scroll down to Dancing with the Rockford Stars.
Yep.
And then there's some place that says buy tickets.
Buy tickets. There we go.
And then on the left side of the screen that comes up, you will see where you can vote for your favorite dance pair.
Bingo. There we go. Thank you so much for that. Now I can bring this up on the screen real quick and show everybody what we're talking about. Your 2023 dance teams include the News's Eric Wilson with his daughter Allison.
And their choreographer from Starlight.
Yes, I've done shows with both of them over the last 5 years. We've got Jake and Elise Schlichting.
Yes.
They own a couple of businesses in town, if I remember right.
Yes, including Premier Fitness.
Including Premier Fitness. So they won't do anything spectacular on the dance floor at all. Ha ha.
I can hardly wait to see.
John and Dana Krischke, she's all over the place as a State Farm agent. They run an awesome State Farm business here in town, and she has like 8 other jobs besides that.
Correct.
I'm shocked that she even has time to do this, because she does so many different things.
Yeah, I think they have like a whole
they have 9 kids
children too. So that's
incredible
in itself.
9 children as well. Tom and Marianne met us. I met Marianne years ago, I think with the
Well, she's with Goodwill.
She's with Goodwill now. I want to say before that she was with, oh shoot, another not-for-profit, and I can't think of what it is. Oh, MDA, the MDA Association.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's her. Anyway, and her husband has a great business here in town as well. I helped them buy their house years ago, so I've known them for quite a while. And Evolve Dance Company, my favorite gal, Jenny. She's awesome. Yeah, Elder and Ella Granger. I don't know these folks very well, but
they're both attorneys here in town.
They're both attorneys.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Hunt Law and Associates. They're working with Beauty in Motion Dance Arts. And there's the ones that are on the website right now. There's a couple more couples, isn't there, out of these?
No, there are 5 this year.
Okay, 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I'm going to put this link in the chat as well, so people can go directly to this website right from the link on the scroll page here. If you're on YouTube or on our Facebook business page, that's where these chat links are going to, so you can find those there. Are awesome. Yeah, and you can donate now. Right, you can start donating now to choose.
Yeah, if you click on the link for the dancers, you could go to their page, and then you can donate so that your dollars count as votes in support of those specific dancers.
Nice.
Or you can come, and we have voting boxes, and you can put them your money in the voting boxes after you see everybody perform to decide who you want to support. But it all goes to help provide mental health care for members of our community. And so we really appreciate all of the support that any and everybody provides.
And we're going to definitely have to have you back on again before this event, if you're available, to talk more about what family counseling services does specifically, because we definitely want to get into the details of all the mental health services that you guys provide to our area. And we want to talk more about that when we can actually get into a little bit more details about that. So let's plan that maybe in October or the very first weekend of November, if you're available. Okay.
I'll be available. Thank you very much for that opportunity. And
Awesome.
congratulations on your 10-year anniversary.
Thank you so much. It's kind of hard to believe. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that we've been doing this for 10 whole years.
Well, not only that, we've been doing this on the Restream for 3 years since COVID. And that is, I was thinking about that this morning. We can
probably count on two hands the number of shows that Tom, Joann, and I have missed in 10 years. Collectively.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It might be 12 or 13 total, that all of us, because I know I've missed maybe 4.
Yeah.
I think Joann's maybe missed 4 over the 10 years, and Tom's maybe missed about 4. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's dedication.
That's dedication.
So, Lynn, I have one comment for you. You said you had your West High class reunion. I DJ'd a West High class reunion about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And this thing struck me. I remember back in 1989 when West was, done, whatever. And I shared this with the group. I said, I am with you guys. It doesn't matter. Take the politics out of it. Take anything out of it. Just the simple fact that one of the best schools in this town, one of the greatest assets we've ever had, is no longer a high school. And that is sad. Very, very sad. And everybody agreed with me. Obviously, it wasn't like there wasn't anything profound. Everybody agrees. But I just wanted to say, West High was a wonderful institution when it was a high school.
Well,
I don't know what it is
West
as a middle
is
school.
best.
West is best. I had a West High School shirt made, and I was wearing a hoodie, and I says, I want to know if you guys are okay. And I unzipped. I said, can I be an honorary West Warrior for the night?
Yep.
And they liked that. They said, yes, I could. So for one night, I was an honorary.
And I
West
bet you'll
Warrior.
see a bunch of West folks supporting Dancing with the Rockford Stars at Tabala. Again, that's coming up on November 18th. Get your tickets now. It'll sell out if it hasn't already. It will sell out. All right, Lynn, we will talk to you again before the event. All right.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As Executive Director of Family
Bye-bye.
Counseling
Have a good one.
Services, Lynn Momberger. And right away, jumping right back in to our next guest, who's a part of GIGI'S Playhouse. I believe Karen is also the Executive Director of that. Is right, Karen?
That is correct. How are you guys doing this morning?
Very wonderful. Thanks for carving out time to be on the show today.
Absolutely. I don't mean to start an argument right away, but I'm an East High alumni. So no.
That's okay. I'm a
Okay.
Jayhawk,
We're well represented on the show.
Oh, absolutely. Greg's a cheesehead. He was up
I'm a
in
Muskego Warrior.
Burlington
I
or
get
whatever.
it. Hey, that's all right.
Muskego Warrior.
That's right.
We'll take it.
Okay, so you know what
East Red and
ERAB
Black
stands
Special?
for then, right? Yes. Most people don't know that. Anybody who went to East obviously does. But most people
I
are
don't
like,
know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Well, an ERAB is a bird and it flies, and it's like, no, it's not. Don't lie to me here. Come on now. Anyway.
Well, we've got another great event that's coming up sooner than the Rockford Dancing with the Rockford Stars that
Absolutely.
everyone knows about, and that is the Denim and Diamonds Gala, the annual GIGI'S Playhouse Gala that keeps getting bigger and better every year. You guys have been doing this for a number of years now, and you guys will also be at Tabala this year, correct?
We will. And it's a great facility for hosting events, and they're fantastic to work with. They're just so community minded, and the folks there, I just can't give them enough props. They're phenomenal.
Nice. Well, we want to learn a little bit about you first, Karen. So tell us a little bit about you. Did you grow up in Rockford? What your kind of career?
I did. Like Lynn, I've been in Rockford most all my life, and in fact, all my life except for the 4 years I was away in Missouri in college, and married with 4 children, 4 grandchildren, a 5th on the way. And I just think Rockford
Nice.
is an amazing community. We get a lot of hits for some of the not so great things about the community, but I tell you, being the executive director of a social service agency that relies on community for support, our community, Rockford and the surrounding area is totally there for us. And they are the difference between individuals with Down syndrome in this region having services available and not, because they always step up.
And it's sad to know that there are areas where those who could use these services, they don't have them available at all. And here we are in Rockford with this great resource that has, how long has GIGI's been around now in Rockford?
Since 2011. So there are 57 GIGI's Playhouses from coast to coast, 2 in Mexico, actually 55 in the continental US. And Rockford was actually the 7th playhouse in the nation. And it tells you what the need and the growth, the need for this type of organization is, because as the 7th playhouse in 2011, that was since it was started in Hoffman Estates in 2004. So 7 playhouses in 7 years. And in the last 12 years, 50 more playhouses across the United States. I mean, that's phenomenal in terms of a business model. That's unheard of.
You were part of a, what do they call it? There's a word for it where you were testing this out to make sure it worked. And
right, we were the pilot site.
You're part of the pilot program. Yeah,
right,
you're part of the pilot program. And it's really cool. When people ask you, Karen, GIGI's Playhouse, what is that? What I don't understand why.
Yeah, the name can be a little confusing, but so GIGI's Playhouse is a Down Syndrome Achievement Center. We serve individuals with Down syndrome from birth, sometimes even start working prenatally with parents when they have a diagnosis of Down syndrome. And we serve individuals from birth all the way through their lifespan. Our oldest participant right now is in his late 50s. And the cool thing about the Playhouse, one of the cool things, is that for the lifetime of our participants, every single service provided is 100% free, because we never want cost to be a barrier to individuals with Down syndrome becoming their best of all.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so this year, besides the other fundraisers, I'm wearing my GIGI Fit shirt today.
Awesome. Yes.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Our cousin, Josh Denim, has been a part of GIGI since the beginning, pretty much.
Josh is a great guy.
Bob and Cindy, his parents, have been running the Friday Friends group.
Yep. One of our favorite programs at the Playhouse.
Not every Friday night, like, is it one Friday night a month?
Yeah.
One Friday night a month, they have a big party at GIGI's and just do fun stuff together and just hang out. And they do a great thing there. So when it comes to being involved in the Denim and Diamonds Gala this year, I see that you've got Karen Gaffney coming as your special speaker.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Who herself is a president of a nonprofit organization, and she happens to have Down syndrome.
She does.
I think
that's just it. She happens to have Down syndrome. That doesn't preclude her from achieving amazing things in her life. She's the president of this foundation that does amazing things for people with Down syndrome. She's a championship swimmer, swam the English Channel, has swum from Alcatraz to, what is it, San Francisco Bay to Alcatraz Island and back. I mean, she's a prolific swimmer, and she's done amazing things. And if you've never seen, she did a TED Talk in Portland that is absolutely phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, log on to TED Talk Portland and Google, or go to Karen Gaffney, and she's phenomenal. If people think that individuals with Down syndrome can't achieve, they are wrong, and she will prove it to you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So she's going to be the special speaker.
Yes.
There's a lot of different things that take part that happen in the gala itself. You guys have a big, I believe, like a big silent auction thing that goes on.
We have a live and silent auction. We have some cool games. We have a whiskey wine poll. And one of the things we're really excited about this year that's brand new, going with our Denim and Diamonds themed, we are so lucky to have partnered with Mark and Monica Clodius from Clodius & Co. Jewelers this year. So going with the theme, they have donated 125 pairs of stunning earrings, and you can buy in for $30 and get a pair of these earrings, but then we'll draw a number, and one of the people that buys the 125 pairs of earrings will get a set of diamond earrings valued well over $1,000 for $30.
That's
so
cool.
It's really exciting. They gave us these earrings that, it's like absolutely stunning. And this is what community is all about. And Mark and Monica are great community players, really involved. And we're so blessed to have them in doing this thing that fits in with our theme so perfectly this year. So we're really excited about it.
That's fun. That's fun. I think I've got, people need to go ahead and check out your guys' Facebook page, because there's a bunch of stuff on there besides this, but your Denim and Diamonds is on the banner there of your GIGI'S Playhouse Rockford LLC Facebook page. There's a link there to get more information.
Right. And the gala is so important. It's our flagship fundraiser. We have 3 main fundraisers: our 5K, our golf outing, and our gala. But the gala is because we get no state or federal funding, and we depend completely on grants and sponsorships and private and corporate donations to fund the Playhouse. So these fundraisers are huge for us. We literally generate about a quarter of our annual budget in one night with the gala. That's so Rockford's known for being a last minute town, but we sure need people once again to step up and come on out to the gala. And they can go to gigisplayhouse.org/Rockford/gala to get tickets online. And then you're registered, you buy tickets, and then you're registered to participate in the silent auction. And you can also participate in silent auction even if you can't come to the gala. So you can log on through the website and participate that way and bid on items through our mobile platform.
Okay, cool. So if you, for whatever reason, if you can't make the gala, but you want to participate in this silent auction, we love to have you in the room, because that's where the energy, if you've never been to a GIGI'S Playhouse gala, it's the energy in the room of the entire community coming together to support and give a voice to individuals with Down syndrome and say that, they deserve to be included and accepted. The energy in the room is incredible. So this again is coming up in October 21st.
Yep.
So you are just about.
If you want to know how many minutes, days, and hours that is, I'm sure I could come up. No stress at all.
Tickets are still available. A lot of people are sponsoring tables of 8, which is a great way to bring some friends, bring some business associates, bring some
and have fun. Have fun. Learn about Down syndrome and have an amazing time. Everybody that comes says the laid back vibe in the room is just phenomenal. And we've got, not only diamonds and, our donate for diamonds, but a cool cocktails for a cause event during it. That's really fun and gets people pumped up, and the live and silent auction and the whiskey wine poll. It's all just a great deal of fun. So come on out.
I'm seeing on the thing here on the flyer that says October 7th. We should have you all register.
Deadline October 7th.
Yes.
Register. So get on it, please.
Shows really good on camera, but I've got this with me. So
I like the fact that it's a little wrinkled. It shows you've looked at it. And
it's been here. It's been here.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, it's October 21st, but your time is limited as far as getting your tickets and want to be a part of this awesome evening. If somebody, again, maybe can't come to the gala, but they want to learn more about GIGI'S, you guys are across the street from the old McChesney Mall.
Yeah.
What is that? I forget what.
8801 North 2nd Street.
Okay.
I used to live at 8813, the building.
Oh, well,
right
then
next
you
door.
know right where we are.
Yep, the haircut place.
Right. Awesome. So
it used to be a house owned by my father-in-law.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yep. So it's easy to get to, very accessible. And the thing is that I always tell people about GIGI'S Playhouse. It's difficult to understand what it is that we do here, unless you come and take a look around and just see it. But once you walk into the place and you feel the energy, you're like, oh, I get it. And then it grabs you and draws you in, and then you become a believer. So
there's so much more than basic help. There's beyond basic things going on at GIGI'S.
Truly a support for families and individuals, and it's their second home. It's their place. It's where they can come to be accepted and included, and to learn, to grow, to thrive, and become their best of all. And it's really a place with great energy.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to make sure that this is also in the chat here, a link to the website where you can get tickets for this event. Be sure to do that before October 7th. Do it right now while you're still,
Do it now.
still remember doing
There
it.
you go.
And then see everybody on October 21st at Tabala for another fun event. Tabala's got a lot of stuff going on this
They
fall.
do. Amazing place.
Anything else that we didn't ask you about that you want to make sure we talk about today before we let you go?
No, I just want to once again give a shout out to our community because and to folks like you guys for giving us the chance to come on and talk about it, because it's for a lot of social services, people say that just getting the word out is the hardest part. And we appreciate that more than you know.
Yeah, it's definitely important to spread the word when it's on your brain, when you got time to do it. So get the word out there that this is happening and it's only a month away. And it's a very, very, very fun evening, inspirational evening. You will not leave the same after being a part of the Denim and
You will
Diamonds
not.
Gala.
Guaranteed.
All right, Karen. Well, best of luck to you, and we will
Thank you
catch
so
up
much.
with you again down the line.
We
Okay.
appreciate it. And happy anniversary, guys. That's awesome. 10 years.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.
Cool. All right. Have a good one.
There she goes, Executive Director of GIGI'S Playhouse Rockford, Karen CARLSON. What a great organization. I obviously have known a little bit more about them because our family's been involved with them over the years, but they do way more than even I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I know Josh considers that like his second home, and a lot of us as his family members have volunteered in different aspects over the years in different ways. There was a few years ago we did like a line dancing night where I brought out the DJ equipment and we did some line dancing in their facility there on 2nd Street. So we had a
Little boot scoot and boogie.
little boot scoot and boogie and fun stuff like that. So
Yeah. Is
Very,
Cupid
very
Shuffle
cool.
considered a line dance?
I think so.
I think it is. It's yeah. To the left, to the left, to the left.
Yeah, it's telling you
to
what
the
to do.
right, to the right. Hi, Joann. Long time no see. What, 6 days, 7 days, 5 days? Anyway.
We had a good time. How was you today, Joann?
I is fine.
You was fine. It
I
seems
is
a little
too.
quiet over there at the PAWS HQ.
We try. We're getting some dogs, but I think a little later they're coming on a transport, and I think the transport is meeting in Salem, Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
Because usually they come right here,
Mm-hmm.
but
So
this time they're meeting them up north.
They're doing an exchange. They're doing an exchange.
Salem. I thought Salem is near Kenosha, but I'm not certain.
Somewhere between Kenosha and Madison. I don't remember where. Up in that general region of southeastern Wisconsin.
I mean, the big excitement, I know it's time to do something else, but was that last week at Lou Back Road? We
Yeah.
had 9 dogs adopted. So it was a very successful day. And the 10th dog, we had 10 dogs there, 9 dogs got adopted. And the 10th dog, Terrence, was adopted on Monday. The people were wavering.
Oh, so all 10 got adopted eventually.
Adopted,
Just
yes.
for an extra
Lou
day.
Backer,
That is
that
awesome.
is so fantastic. They paid all adoption fees. And I think there were about that many adopted from Noah's Ark too. So
Nice.
Oh, that's
it's a
so cool.
wonderful event.
Way to go, everybody.
You
Way
tell
to
Terrence they were saving the best for last. That'll make him feel better.
We
But
do
I
want
mean,
to
it
do
was
stuff.
just awesome.
We do want to take a look at some SMS info, which of course is unofficially brought to you by Altruize. Altruize is the app that enables volunteers to track, verify, and maintain their own community service data for a lifetime. Get it wherever you get apps, the App Store. Altruize, tell a better story, live a better life. And the Walk to End Alzheimer's is taking place right now. Did you sign up for this? Then you should be there. It's at Sports Core 1. They're getting that underway. I think they're registering at 8:30 and starting the walk at 9:30 or 10. So that's happening up at Sports Score 1 this morning. The North End City Market, of course, is taking place through October 14th. The North End City Market at the corner of North Main and Auburn Streets. Fresh veggies and fruits and flowers and honey and baked goods. They should have a lot of veggies and stuff right now at the North End City Market, if that's what your thing is. The Fall Peck thing happens every year at the Winnebago County Fairgrounds. They do charge $5 to get in, but you see So much stuff. 8 to 5 today, 8 to 5 tomorrow. Over 500 dealers spread out over the fairgrounds. There's 100,000 square feet inside, over 40 acres outside. So much stuff. You might want to bring your wagon. You might need to be
Or 2 wagons.
or 2 wagons, because you might want to buy enough stuff that you got to wheel back to your car. Also taking place today, the Greenwich Village Art Fair, which happens every year this weekend. Today 10 to 6, tomorrow 10 to 5, out there at the Rockford Art Museum in their parking lot. Outdoor event, live music, children's activities, all kinds of stuff going on there today and tomorrow at the Rockford Art Museum. And as we talk about most weeks throughout the summer, Atwood Center Birds of Prey, 10 to 2 at the Atwood Center on New Milford School Road. 1 o'clock, they feed those birds of prey, and it is completely gross. Your kids are going to love it. Check it out. Other stuff going on right now. Let's see. I already talked about today's National Dancing Day. And Dancing with the Rockford Stars, again, comes up November 18th. Got the link in the chat for you on this show, so you can go straight to that information. GIGI'S Playhouse Gala, where there will definitely be dancing there as well, coming up October 21st. What else is going on? That pretty much covers all the stuff I wanted to make sure I covered this week locally. The top dog and cat names have been released for the year. And I'm curious if you guys can name any of the top dog, or I think there's 5 male and 5 female dog names, 5 male and 5 female cat names. And I'm looking for, there's a couple overlaps. I'm seeing at least 2 overlaps between cats and dogs. Got any guesses?
Well, one of them is going to be Lady.
No, Bella and Buddy.
Yeah, you have an unfair advantage. I would probably agree with that too. But Lady, is that on it?
There's a bunch of L names, but none of them are lady.
Oh wow,
Lucy?
Lily, Lucy.
Yeah. So let's start with female cat.
Luna.
Yes, female cat names: Luna,
Okay,
Lucy.
Lucy. I had a Lucy.
Joann guessed Bella. That's in there. And the other 2, I would have never guessed: Sophie and Stella.
Huh.
Those are top 5.
Stella, it's time to eat your 9 lives.
We're going to get kicked off if you say that too much.
Oh yeah, that's right. Copyright infringement. Even
I
though
have a new dog. Her name is Star, but she has a Hispanic background. So her name really isn't Star. She had to tell me that she uses the Spanish. So she goes by Estrella.
Estrella. There we go. And by the way, that's why you're seeing all of the Mexican flags all over the place the last couple of days. Hispanic Heritage Month
celebrate, right?
Yesterday.
Estrella.
So the top 5 female dog names. Lucy's
Bella,
on that list, and Bella's on that list, and Luna is on that list, just like the cat ones. The other 2 are Daisy and Lola.
Now, that's interesting. It seems like they're all girl names.
These are the females. So now
we didn't do boys. Okay.
Now the top 5 male cat names. I think you got one of these right. Charlie.
How about Rocky?
Leo. Max. Milo and Jack.
My cat's name is, I have Barney and Remy. Remy, obviously, from Ratatouille, and Barney because he was a barn cat. So I named him Barney.
My Veda's down here next to me in the studio this morning, and she wants me to go.
She's mad she didn't make the list.
She didn't make the list. Top male dog names: Charlie again, Max again, Cooper, Buddy, and Jack again.
Wow.
People are naming their male cats and dogs Jack, Charlie, and Max more than anything else. I don't know. My favorite pet name besides Veda. I love you, Veda. My favorite pet name, I think of all time, is DOG. My friend who named their dog DOG. I thought that was
DOG. Come here,
What
DOG.
is the one that they named their dog Mile? So they
Mile.
could say, I walked a mile. I walked miles.
All right,
Something like
hang
that.
on
That
one
doesn't
second, yeah.
sound right, though.
What's the name of your dog? 5K. What'd you do today? I walked 5K. There we go.
Yeah, that would be better.
Okay, I got to share a few more quick things that were randoms this week that we got some time to do it. Oh, what do you got there?
My favorite dog name, Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Yeah, and that didn't
Snoopy.
even make the list.
That didn't.
It should have. It should have made the. It should have made the list. All right.
We, Tom and I are probably going to talk a little Packers football at the end of the show again this week, like we did before. With the recent $6 billion sale of the Washington Commanders, the average NFL team value now, the average is just over $5 billion. 5.1 billion is the average value of an NFL team. Disney Plus and ESPN Plus is going to air an NFL game between Jacksonville and Atlanta October 1st with animated real-time and set in Andy's room from Toy Story. The characters will be on the sidelines. Some sort of cartoon animated technology now is going to be connected to these players on the field, and it's going to look like a cartoon game happening on Andy's bedroom floor from Toy Story with all the toys on the sidelines watching and cheering on.
Wow.
It's going to be pretty cool, I think. I don't know. We'll see how it does. They've done some really fun stuff with Nickelodeon the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Slime the end zones.
Slime the referee when he makes a bad call.
There we go.
There you go.
Makes sense. Okay, I think that's everything. Just a reminder that big number of the week is still coming up, and if you have always wondered where I get the big number of the week, I often get it from a daily email called The Hustle, and I'm putting a link in the chat today where you can get The Hustle for free every day. It's a fun read. It's an interesting read. Keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening culture-wise in our culture, and maybe even find out what the big number of the week is before Tom and Joann. It's your cheat. It's your legal cheat code.
When they send me my earphones, they could send me the answer.
We're still waiting, by the way. If you want to gift us here headphones, there we go. They're only $20. If we get them, if we get 3 pairs, then we'll all match and we'll all look like we are doing the show.
What do you have against my white Sony headphones?
Rise to new levels.
Exactly. I like your white Sony headphones. In fact, if someone wanted to get us 3 pairs of white headphones, I would gladly wear them. I only put these up there because they were reasonably priced. And
can they buy them on Amazon? You took it off the thing.
Yeah, it's on. It'll be on the screen.
Isn't this a payola violation here, sort of?
It would be
if we got in trouble for it, you know.
If we were on broadcast radio, it might be, but we're not. So
yeah, that's true.
Rules don't apply. Okay.
You remember Chris Bowman from radio?
Chris Bowman?
Yeah.
Was he a local guy? Was he on ROK or something?
He was on ROK. He was on NTA. He was for 23 back in the day, back in the late 70s, early 80s. Did a lot of school board stuff. He used to beg for food all the time. All the time. He was constantly begging for donuts and Burger King croissant sandwiches. People would bring him in. Do it on the air. I love producing his show because we have food all the time.
Right now, you can bring me a caramel latte from.
Just drive to the Dunkin' drive-through and bring Joann a caramel latte.
No, Chick-fil-A has a caramel macchiato.
I will pick you up one tomorrow and bring it to you.
I'm not going to be at the shelter tomorrow.
And they're not going to be open either, so.
I think Sunday we are at Pig Mind.
Oh yeah,
really?
Pig Mind.
12 to 5. It's a fundraiser.
I'm not much into vegan food, but they have a lot of great options that aren't vegan. Well, they're vegan, but I mean the nachos are phenomenal. They will go against any nachos I've ever had.
At the Pig Mind. It's a fundraiser. We also have a fundraiser going on at the Olympic.
Oh, okay. That's just right up my alley, right down the street from me.
For PAWS or Pups on the Patio, I think.
Pups on the patio.
Yeah, I can bring the ox down there.
There you go.
Bring them both.
All right. I think that covered everything on my randoms screen.
Well, Joann, when is the pups in the patio? I'm sorry, Greg. I just wanted to.
On Monday.
On Monday. What time?
I think it's after 7.
Oh, okay. I'll be doing trivia then. Darn it.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It's,
I think it's only on Mondays.
so it's not just this Monday, it's other Mondays too, maybe?
Well,
Two more left.
they have a raffle basket for PAWS.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see if I can find that real quick here. Don't see it. Oh, there it is. Olympic Tavern raffle for PAWS.
See, you think I'm making these things up?
I found it. No. I knew it was on there.
Well, we believe you now.
No.
It's been confirmed. We believe you now.
There it is. Olympic Tavern raffle for PAWS. The donation basket keeps getting more and more stuffed. 2 Men in a Truck Rockford just dropped off more doggy toys and gear. There's a $25 Olympic Tavern gift card plus 2 75th anniversary pint glasses. Raffle tickets at the bar, $1 each or 6 for $5, or get a whole arm's length for $10. All the proceeds go into PAWS Humane Society Rockford. So that's happening at the Olympic Tavern raffle for PAWS. Cool beans. Thank you, Olympic. All right. I think that covers all of the randoms for the week. I did have something about a chicken turning 21 years old, but I don't know if you want to talk about that. The world's oldest chicken, 21 years old.
Wow.
Its name is Peanut. I wonder if that's what they feed it. I don't know. Anyway, so what's happening at PAWS, Joann? What do we want to check out at the
Well,
PAWS?
Kenny talked a little bit about what's going on, but I can do a quick run through if I can change my camera.
Before we get to our big number of the week, let's take a quick peek at what the kiddies are doing, at least in the community, in the playroom there at PAWS.
That's always interesting. We have lots of kittens.
Cool.
There's Krabby Face. Kawasaki. I think Kawasaki is a return. Sometimes let's see if I'm the right way. Nope, I gotta mirror this. And you see the dogs with our list, and there's Terrence on the bottom.
Yay!
Nice.
So Terrence
Do I see Millard Fillmore on
Fillmore,
there?
yes.
Wow.
And I had my two dogs were Foxy and Rascal, both adopted.
Foxy and Rascal. You little rascal.
Rascal was the Mexican hairless. And he's 10 years old and he went lickety split. So here's Macy, she's another returnee.
Look at that.
I know Tom, these are Tom's favorite, the black kitten.
Oh, I love my black cat.
Macy, Martha. Yeah.
Martha. I had a Martha when I was growing up.
I can't read. Dooney? Martha and Dooney. Yeah, they're from a bigger litter.
There they are.
Martha and Dooney.
Little black cats.
I don't know, because I thought the other four had been adopted already.
Oh, one of them is right there, Melody, the black one. Up here is right there.
Oh. What? Lots of kittens. We have lots of kittens this week. And I think most of them are ready to be adopted. I saw one group was pre-adoption, but so this it looks like the same. Tom likes the excitement of the community room.
That's where it's at. That's where it's at.
I do.
Put a little catnip on his shoulders and toss Tom in there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Catnip, aka chocolate.
All right, I'm doing the clean lab. Okay.
It's a cute tuxedo one under here.
Oh, he's adorable.
Of course.
So they're all kind of like all that. You do need to get, we were talking about that. You know, one kitten doesn't do it. You have to get two.
you got to see the interaction.
And Estrella, the little dog that I fostered, had been in a home singly. And the owner, I don't know the reason for relinquishing her, because she's just a little over a year. She's a real sweet dog. And she said, oh no, she won't do in a home full of dogs. It took her 3 days to figure out it was party time at the Stewart's. And I was talking to Sue and I said, you know, dogs need companions too. If you can't give them 20 as much as they need another dog is great.
Right.
This we saw, that's about it.
Your camera's been better in the past. I'm not sure what's going on today. The camera's a little fuzzy.
It's the same camera.
I wonder if it's just
Maybe
the
I'm
Wi-Fi.
fuzzy.
We'll blame the Wi-Fi connection.
We try our best.
Yeah, I mean, some weeks it's a
about
little
it.
bit clearer than others.
There's
Awesome.
a couple of kittens here. Lots of kittens.
Lots of kittens at PAWS Humane Society. 815-299-PAWS is the number to call if you got any
I
questions.
think we're down to one dog, but I think there's like I said, I think there's a transport today. So we'll be getting some more.
Okay. www.pawshs.org is the website, and that gets you a link to the pet finder with all the pictures too. So check out PAWSHS.org. Big number of the week time. Let's. Every week, our big number of the week is a race to 10 for Tom and Joann. They're currently tied at 7. Neck and neck to the end this time. No one's getting blown away. No big dramatic comebacks. This is back and forth. And this week's big number of the week is a big one. It's 5.6 billion. With a B. The answer is Swift or Smucker. Tom has sent me a text with his answer. And there you go. You are giving me your answer now, Joann. Swift or Smucker? 3, 2, 1, go.
Smucker.
Whoa, you're going with Smucker. So someone's getting a point.
Yay!
Someone's getting a point because Tom guessed Swift. The Gannett Company. Do you know what the Gannett Company does?
Newspapers.
Yeah, they own
Media.
USA Today. They also own the Tennessean newspaper. And they are now in the process of hiring a dedicated Taylor Swift reporter. This is not a joke. To report on her cultural impact, the role requires 5 years of journalism experience, be able to travel internationally, because you probably have to go to a bunch of her shows, and wherever she goes, you got to follow her and see what she does.
What a tough
gig
job
right there.
that might
It's
be.
going to pay anywhere between $45,000 and $105,000 a year, depending on your experience and what you can negotiate with the Gannett Company. So you could be potentially making $100,000 a year just to follow Taylor Swift around and report on who she is and what she does. So congratulations, Joann. You are getting a point this week. JM Smucker Company is buying Hostess brands for $5.6 billion. Smucker was in competition with the General Mills Company in snatching up the Twinkies maker, Hostess brands. Hostess has survived 2 bankruptcies, I think, over the last about 12 years or so. And here they are now selling to JM Smucker Company for
jelly in the Twinkies.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
That'd be like a Twinkie tort.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about the Twinkie tort.
Call it a torky.
Tortki. What you got there? I got me a tortki.
Yeah.
My breakfast
A
this morning
twerky.
consists of Kringle, which donuts are awesome.
Pringles from
Kringle.
Kenosha or Racine?
Pringles from Racine are amazing. The OH Danish company there is I think Kenosha or Racine.
Racine. I think it's Racine.
But
What was you were talking about the pickles that came from one of the groups, the farmers market?
Yeah, there's spicy pickles and regular pickles down here at Maine and Auburn. They have a farmers market every other week.
Because I went to Colonial Village and I was wondering if they were the same group.
No, these are a husband and wife, Kyle and Michelle. And every other week they're at the one down here. This one down here at Maine and Auburn goes every weekend, but they're there every other week and they have their own kind of, can't remember what they are. I tell you what, I have their business card. I will take a picture of it and I will text it to you. And they're really, really good
kind of
pickles.
spicy pickle.
My grandpa used to call me Pickle Puss.
Okay. Well, what it is it was, speaking of grandpa, it was their grandfather's recipe. And then, so it's a local thing. It's not like Vlasic or Clausen or something like
Colonial
that.
Village, and I was just wondering, there was a pickle lady there. And I was just,
Yeah, not
Okay.
probably not the same one.
well, send me the card.
Probably not.
because I'm
Sample
interested.
away.
I
want to
will.
thank Lynn
I
Momberger,
will.
Executive Director from Family Counseling Services, for coming on the show today. The Dancing with the Rockford Stars coming up in November. Get your tickets now. You can start voting for the favorite couple that you want to win the People's Choice Award now on their website as well. And thanks to Karen Carlson, Executive Director of GIGI'S Playhouse. Their next big event, the Denim and Diamonds Gala, is coming up October 21st. You got to get those tickets now because that deadline is coming up October 7th already. And today's the 16th. We're halfway through September already, kids. It's blowing
Wow.
right on by. All right. Well, there you go, friends. Remember, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week. Tom and I are going to stay a little bit late and talk a little bit of Packers football. Joanne, we'll see you again next week.
All right, sounds good.
Bye-bye, Joanne.
Thank you, Joanne. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's talk some Packers football. I need a Packers football theme song or something like that, right? And then they'd probably flag the show.
I'm sure they would. However, I can send it to you, Packers fight song. And it's probably not a copyright infringement because it's
If you
it's an
send it
older
to me,
song.
then I could play it on my kazoo, and then it wouldn't be copyrighted. Bring 'em. Go,
That's
Pack,
right.
go. Go, Pack, go. There we
Go,
There's
Pat,
your
go. There you
play
go.
for the day.
There you go.
So,
Time to talk some.
Packers Bears
Packers
specifically, because it was a great first half. It was a sloppy first half. Let's not call it a great first half. It was a sloppy, low-scoring first half.
What's that, little buddy? Yeah, it was 38-20. Yeah, I know. I was laughing too. I know. All right, got to do the show. All right, see ya. There we go.
I was a little bit delightfully surprised at just how well the Packers offense gelled in the second half and just made things happen.
Like I said earlier, I was very, very confident because I'm telling you, if everything you wanted to do on this show, I said, no, Greg, why do we want, come on, man. Can't we do, I mean, I would like to do things too. Yes, fine. Your show, you're the boss, whatever. I'm your little parrot.
You're not an Aaron Rodgers.
But
you're
anyway,
telling me.
if I am, no, exactly. And I am telling you, never underestimate the absolute power that somebody constantly in your ear, second guessing you, has on you. And I think Matt LaFleur did a wonderful job. I think he is one of the best coaches in the NFL. And you're going to see that this year, both on the record. You're going to see it with Jordan Love. Look at how poised he was. He didn't even come close to throwing an interception. There was one ball that he threw that they probably,
how he handled the crowd
What's that?
noise. When that happened, my whole thinking of just how great this season could be completely shifted because the crowd was really, really into it early in the game, right? They were making lots of noise. I think they were at about the 35-yard line or something like that, and it was a third down, and the crowd gets crazy, and Jordan Love puts his hands on his helmet so he can hear the play that the coach wants him to run, right? And because of the noise, and they were already kind of set. He said, "Oh, come back here, guys. Come back here, guys. Here's what we're doing. Ba 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 ba. Line back up. Hike." They got like a 7-yard gain. It was like, wow. He handled that so well that I was like, this is the guy. This is the guy.
Yeah. I think they may have actually found, I'm not going to say Hall of Fame. I'm not going to say a superstar. I think they actually found a good quarterback. Now, you could look back at, I don't know, the Ryan Leafs of the world, the Todd Marinoviches of the world, even a Mitch Trubisky. He was the number 1 overall pick. Or was he number 1? I think he was.
He was up there.
Whatever he was. He was above Deshaun Watson and above Patrick Mahomes. It's been well noted. And I don't necessarily blame Chicago Bears management for that because nobody really knew what Patrick Mahomes was. Nobody knew that. So anybody who's yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, and Johnny Manziel's another one. There have been so many quarterbacks that have come out of big-time schools, big-time programs that look like they were going to be absolute Hall of Famers. And it doesn't work out. And then you get a Brett Favre drafted late. You get Tom Brady drafted in, the 6th round? And now Brock Purdy, the Mr. Irrelevant.
Last pick in the draft.
265, last pick in the draft. I don't see that as so significant, though, because a guy named Kurt Warner, no relation, he was never picked. He was a walk-on free agent. He was never picked in the draft. And he's a Hall of Famer and a superstar. And very good at what he does with Well,
I was pleasantly surprised with how well the Packers did on Sunday. I do hope this. I hope that they don't what's the term? Get out too far in front of their skis. Because they did play the Bears, and we thought the Bears would be better, but they weren't.
No, the Bears didn't really pose too much of a threat. They kept it close in the first half, but once the halftime adjustments were made, and this is, again, where Matt LaFleur is so good, such a smart coaching staff. This is where they win, where the bread is buttered, so to speak. And it proved it on Sunday. But you're right, against the Bears. Not exactly a barn burner of a team. Atlanta has a much better team. This isn't going to be a cakewalk. I'm not even expecting them to win. I think they can. I think they will. But I'm not expecting them to win. I think it's going to be a very close game. Green Bay's offense will not put up 38 points. You got Aaron Jones probably not playing. And if he does, it'll be very, very sparingly. You've got Romeo Doubs out, possibly. You got Christian Watson out. So they're going to do it with smoke and mirrors. And I was expecting
a run heavy game, which is why I predicted such a low score for the first game of the season. Was completely wrong about that. The one thing I did notice that is a concern is when they did run A.J. Dillon, the offensive line blocking was about 4/5 of the way there. One guy was not doing his job, and I think that was Josh Meyer.
Yeah.
He missed blocks all over the place, and I'm like, can they replace him for a game and get him back on track? Because he was missing stuff, not giving Dillon the holes that he needed. And that Quadzilla, you give him enough of a hole, and he's going to push himself another extra 5 yards. So.
Yeah, and he is going to be the featured back this week if Aaron Jones can't go. And I don't think they're going to risk it with Atlanta. I don't think they are. Atlanta's a very good, very tough defensive team. They got this Bijan Robinson who looks like he could be a rookie of the year. They're going to have to learn how to stop him. So this could be a tough game. I won't be surprised if they lose. I will not be surprised. I will not be happy, but I will not be surprised. I think, to be honest with you, though, I'm still going Packers 23. Falcons 16.
I was thinking like a 23-20 score or something. It's really hard to even it's hard. So you come up with a
It
score
is.
this week because
It
I
is.
know so little about the Falcons. But
Right.
yeah, I don't see another 30-point game, but watch them do it again anyway.
I lost my fantasy
No.
game, not that you care, by 2 points. If Kadarius Toney catches that pass on the 40, 35-yard line, not only does he get those extra 2 points that I needed, because he had some daylight. He would have probably run for another 15 or 20 yards. Plus, he might have even got a touchdown. Plus, Kansas City maintains the ball, and then they score the winning touchdown. Detroit then loses. I don't care about Kansas City winning, but Kadarius Toney would have gotten me more than 0.5, 1/2 a point. I lost by 2 points total. The other thing, anyway, I lost that game. I shouldn't have. And the other thing is I needed Dalvin Cook to get 10 points because that's all I was down by was 10 points, and he got 7.4. Now, Aaron Rodgers going out was a tough one because I think they reverted back to what they knew with Zach Wilson, his security blanket of Breece Hall. So I think Dalvin Cook's production went down because of that as well. I
stayed up and watched that whole Jets game. I was glued to it because it was so close, and I was when it went into overtime, I was like, "Oh God, come on, I got to go to bed. This is getting late." And we're actually
well, and the funny thing is, it goes into overtime. The Jets never even touched the ball except for on the kickoff, the punt return. They run it in. I'm thinking, oh, great. Now I got my 2 points. All Dalvin Cook needs to do is run the ball once, catch a ball, go for a few yards, 10 yards, 12 yards, whatever. And I got my 2 points. And they would have had the entire 10 minutes. Well, after the Bills gave up the ball with about a minute and a half, 2 minutes gone, and they would have had
they didn't even show up. Minutes. They didn't even show up for overtime. The Bills. Josh Allen is like Brett Favre 2.0. He's a gunslinger, and he makes really big mistakes, but he also makes really big wins. So it's
Yeah. Now here's a funny thing. Brian Dable, who is the Giants coach, and the Giants, by the way, look like the worst team ever. They're 40-0 to the Cowboys. Cowboys are good. Yes, they're good. They're tough. They got a good defense. But to blank somebody in prime time 40-0, I don't know if that says more about your team or more about the losing team and how bad they are and how badly they're coached. But Brian Dable's a great coach. He was the guy. He was the quarterback whisperer for Josh Allen because he was with Buffalo year before last. Last year, Buffalo didn't look so well. I mean, they made it to the playoffs, but they lost, and they lost in bad fashion. They lost to Cincinnati, and it didn't look good at all. Cincinnati was up 21-0, 21-7, something like that, right out of the gate. So Josh Allen may be missing Brian Dable a little more than we think. So maybe that has something to do with it. Now, and then go back to my earlier point about Matt LaFleur. Coaching does matter. Now Matt LaFleur has the opportunity to actually coach his quarterback. And Jordan Love's a smart kid. Oh my goodness, is he smart. And he reads defense as well. He's got good motion. He's got good presence. We saw that. I'm pretty sure that the Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love era, which started last week, is going to be a good one for 10, 12, 14 years to come. And then maybe in about 14 years or 13 years, Green Bay will draft somebody in, a high rank, with the first overall pick or whatever, and it'll make Jordan Love mad. It's proving to be successful.
If you have not yet read the Jordan Love backstory, which I did not until this week, the story of his parents is it's incredibly sad and incredibly inspirational at the same time. Look up what Jordan Love's parents, they were both in law enforcement, and should I spoiler alert, should I tell you what happened? I don't know.
Go ahead, cover your ears if you don't want to hear it.
Basically, when Jordan is I believe the fourth of 4 children, 3 daughters and a son.
Okay.
And his dad really, 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 really wanted a son to share sports with. So when his son was born, by the time he was, 5 years old, 6 years old, he was like, my son's going to be an NFL quarterback. My son is going to be an NFL quarterback. And he
Wow.
he wanted to play baseball. He played basketball. He did all the stuff, but he was kind of short. He was short, but he wasn't able to play quarterback until he's like his junior or senior year in high school. He shot up about 9 inches in 2.5 years. So he went from short to tall. He was always fit. He was always sports, very athletic. His dad's medication that his dad was on was changed, and his dad committed suicide. 51 years old, and his dad took his own life with his service revolver.
Was he?
Yeah. And he no note, no nothing. So that's why they're pretty sure it was the medication he was on, because he was not suicidal. It was not suicidal.
He may have had CTE. If you remember Dave Duerson from the Chicago Bears, he committed suicide, but he shot himself in the heart. He said he wanted to keep the brain intact because he left a note saying, "I'm taking my own life, but I want my brain checked for CTE so you can learn more about it."
His Jordan Love's mom was a California Highway Patrol cop, I believe, as well. She retired now, but she was at the game in Chicago. So
I saw that. Yeah.
Anyway, his backstory, the reason you can see why the dude is just humble and patient and.
And I saw I think it might have been Romeo Dow. No, it was Christian Watson. I believe it was Christian Watson. He said, Jordan's our guy. He is the man out there. He knows what he's doing. He's got the team. I'm telling you, wow, this is so exciting. I know Bear fans don't want to hear this. It's very exciting because he is exactly what that team needed. The whole transition from Favre to Rodgers, very rocky. They booed Aaron Rodgers for the first few weeks until they started seeing that, this kid's pretty good. And then they're like, Brett who? Yeah. And I'm in week 1, Aaron who? I'm telling you, this was a very smooth transition.
I think I can say this without getting too much flack. Jordan Love is possibly Bart Starr 2.0.
That's probably a good comparison, but I think
his teammates have for him. It's a completely different skill set the way you play now than you did.
Okay, well, I was going to say I'll agree with you 100%, but what I'll add is that he is far more athletic than Bart Starr ever was. But then again, what Bart Starr had to do is, hand off right to Jim Taylor, hand off left to Paul Hornung, and then occasionally throw a pass to Max McGee. So he'd go 10 for 17 for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Taylor would get 138 yards on the ground, and Paul Hornung would get 162 and kick 3 field goals and 4 extra points. I mean, it was, that was Packer football back then. That was football back then in the 60s and early 70s. So, but you're right. Demeanor wise and leadership wise, yes. Brett Favre was a great leader. His biggest flaw was that he threw almost as many interceptions as he did touchdowns. 508 with the Green Bay Packers, 400 and I can't remember what it was, but it was 520 total. But his interceptions were like 360. So less than 2 to 1. It was like 1.7 to 1. Aaron Rodgers 4.2 to 1.
His skill set for not throwing interceptions is something else. But the play, even the play that Aaron Rodgers got injured on Monday Night Football, he held the ball too long. He did that for 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, he did. And you could see right across the middle, someone shooting right across the middle when they showed the bad shot. He completely missed him.
Thinking he's going to get the bomb every time. And then he's been doing this for like 4 years. So I'm
okay. But the only thing I'll say about Monday night is that line was awful. We said this earlier. We said this a few weeks ago. Look, if the Jets line is not very good, you're in trouble, Aaron. You're in trouble. If that line isn't very good, he's going to be running for his life. He's not mobile anymore. He's not fast anymore. He can still think, but if you're not seeing the play, if you're not seeing the receiver, a la Alan Lazard 2 years ago against San Francisco in the NFC, it wasn't a championship game, it was a divisional playoff. The Packers were good enough to win that game. And they were at home. Were they at home? No, they were in San Francisco. They were up 10-3. He's got Allen Lazard running across the middle, completely untouched, just like Luke Skywalker. What's his name? Luke
Van Ness, Luke Musgrave.
No, Musgrave. Luke Musgrave. When Jordan Love throws that little, he just kind of flipped his head. Oh my God, is he really that wide open? What happened? He throws it and then he trips over the 8-yard line. And that was funny.
Nobody out there.
And Musgrave gets up looking like, oh God, did I really just do that? Could have scored my first touchdown. I screwed up. But anyway,
he ran backwards for like 7 yards.
Yeah, I know. He did. Anyway, so that was the thing. You go back a couple of years to that San Francisco play where he missed Allen Lazard because he's trying to hit Devontae Adams when he was double teamed and then triple teamed, as it turns out. Missed it on a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. That would have been the game winning touchdown. And it would have put Green Bay in the NFC Championship game in Green Bay. And I would have liked their chances that year because I cannot remember who they played. As a matter of fact, it was San Francisco that went on to play in the Super Bowl against the Rams. I mean, not the Rams. They played the Rams. And they beat the Rams or whatever. I'm sorry.
Lost to the Chiefs.
They lost to the Chiefs, right? Or
was it Buccaneers? Was that
No. That was when Green Bay lost to the Buccaneers when that Scotty McCreary or whatever his name was caught that. It was Scotty something. But no, what I'm talking about is 2 years ago when they who did they lose to? I don't know if it was the Chiefs. It was the Chiefs. And then last year was Kansas City. So it was 2 years before that. I don't know.
We need our
anyway. I'm just my head, you got my brain spinning now. I'm having trouble recalling.
It's Atlanta tomorrow at noon. The Bears play at noon. The Lions play at noon. The Vikings have already lost 2 games this year. So excuse me.
The really sad thing is Detroit should be 0-1. Detroit didn't really outplay Kansas City. Kadarius Toney
team.
Well, Kadarius Toney had 2 passes. First and foremost, that one pass that resulted in a Detroit pick 6. That was off his hands. It was right there. Boom. Bounces up.
Patrick Mahomes at all. Nope.
No. And that other one, he had Kadarius Toney. Boom. Right there. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, dude. I think it's enough overtime talk for this week. We'll hopefully be celebrating another Packers win next week. And
I like this. Call it overtime.
We can do it overtime.
NFL overtime. Yeah. All right. Well, buddy, you're not going to be able to watch the game tomorrow, so
you listening?
I will watch it. I will be texting you, dude. I will be texting you every. But although if I don't text you, it means the Packers are losing.
That's right.
And for the record, so you don't think I'm a homer, I will not be upset if the Packers lose. I won't be happy, but I don't get upset. I don't throw things. I don't kick the dog. I don't get upset when they lose.
A lossless season. I don't think they're going to have an undefeated season.
Well, no. Nobody is. Nobody will ever do that now because you got to go 20-0. That's impossible. You would have to have the most stacked team in the history of the NFL and have a fairly cupcake schedule and get breaks going your way and this and that. It's not going to ever happen.
What did this?
There are certain. What's that?
The stat I saw this week: the Packers are the youngest, fastest, heaviest team in the NFC this season.
Really?
They're the youngest and the fastest, and I think it was either the heavy. There's one of the third thing, but youngest and fastest. I'm excited about right there.
Absolutely. So they've gotten speed, they've gotten youth, and some of this youth is really, really good. I hope Christian Watson can make it back. I really hope. He's got a hamstring, but we got a hamstring epidemic going on here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. That defense is very, very good.
Yes.
I'm mad that the Bears scored that last touchdown and you know what? They scored a 2-point conversion. So they only had the 1 touchdown. They had the 2-point conversion, but they had 2 field goals because it was 10-6 at the half. Then they had 2 touchdowns in the second half with a 2-point conversion and then a missed 2-point conversion. So essentially they had 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, 20 points.
Yeah.
So I was a little bummed by that. I know. We won 38-20, and I can hear Bear fans going, "Quit your whining! You won the game." I get it. You're right. You're right. So I'm not, but it would have been nice.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm really hoping that the magic continues. But I don't think it's magic anyway. I think it's good coaching. I think it's exceptional coaching. And I think it's it's what?
Giving up that last touchdown. It keeps our defense a little bit more humble. Like, oh,
I think you're right. You're right. Good point.
Got it.
Good point. But I just think that Jordan Love is the real deal, and we'll find out in the next 4 to 5, 4, 6, 7 weeks. We'll find out in the first half of football.
There you go.
If he's the real deal. If they all of a sudden lose 3 in a row, 4 in a row, now we're starting to rethink that. Hey, how's Aaron's Achilles doing? Can we get him back? No, that won't happen, of course. But I really do think he's the real deal, and that offensive line is good. Running game is good. Once we get all of our receivers back, that's good. Offense is good. I give them an A- for this week. Last week, an A-. I give their defense probably a B+. I think there were certain things they could have improved on. So your overall grade is A-, B+. It's a solid A- because we'll upgrade that B+.
Right.
Special teams was good. Coaching was great. Everything was clicking, and I think it bodes well for the Packers in the future. Also, one other thing. I know you got to go. The Bears are not a very good team. We know that. We're not speaking out of school. We're not picking on the Bears. They are not a very good team. They're a few years away. They're a couple of draft choices away, and I think they're a good GM away. I don't think Ryan Poles is the man. He goes up and gives up the number 1 overall pick and ends up with DJ Moore,
who's good, but then they didn't even use him.
They threw to him twice, and he might have figured in on 3 plays. They threw to him twice.
And if Jair Alexander's shutting him down, then you run one of those jet sweeps or something. You got to get your guy the ball if he's the guy.
You do a double reverse or something like that. Get everybody going this way, and you go back that way with him. He's fast. He's good, but they didn't use him. So Ryan Poles missed on that. He also missed last year on what I forgot what they did last year, or was this his first draft? No, it was last year. They missed when they picked up Chase Claypool. They gave up a second or a high draft pick to get Chase Claypool, who's an absolute dud. That was the other thing he did wrong. So he's not. Anyway, Detroit. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Dan Campbell will be outcoached most of the time. Dan Campbell will make some coaching mistakes, plus the fact that Detroit kind of got lucky on that victory. They're a good team, no question about it. They're a really, really good defense and a pretty good offense. They're a pretty good offense. Defense is better than their offense. Their offense can be neutralized. Stop that. I'm on Ross St. Brown. Put a guy on him, put Jair Alexander on him, and I think we're okay. Okay. We're not great, but we're okay with that. So I think they can beat Detroit. We know they can beat Minnesota. We know that. We know they can beat the Bears. They've already done it. So I'm pretty sure I'm sticking to my prediction of last week. Packers will win that division.
7, 11-6.
With Detroit second, Minnesota third, and Chicago fourth.
After week 1 and the Vikings week 2 loss already, your predictions are looking very, very good. It's only,
but it is only week 1, and week 1 is the biggest liar in NFL football. So, do you remember last year, 2 years ago, Green Bay starts the season losing to New Orleans, 35-3. Jameis Winston looked like he was replacing Drew Brees. He looked like, oh, they got it right. And where's Jameis Winston now? I'm not even sure he's in football right now. Yeah, they were talking about the Packers are going to be they'll be lucky to go 3-14, whatever. They'll be lucky to do that. And then last year the Bears opened up with a win against San Francisco.
Yeah.
How'd that work? They went 3-14.
Crazy to think that.
So So week 1's a liar. We'll see tomorrow what happens. I'm really hoping and thinking the Packers are going to win, but I don't expect to win. But I think they will get a win. It's going
next week on the show. It's In Crowd Week. Mosaic is hosting In Crowd, and they're not doing it at the Mosaic offices. They're going to be at the Kegels Harley Davidson location. We will talk with them next week. And so until then, have a great week, buddy.
Also, I'd love to get Nikki on the show. Nikki from the Rockford Area Crisis Pregnancy
Walk
Center.
is on August or September 30th, Saturday 30th for the hike.
September 30th. So
Hopefully we can squeeze that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I don't want to do. Well, we could maybe just have her on for 5 or 7 minutes or whatever. Probably next
See if
week.
she
I think
can
she'd be up for it.
carve out some time for us.
I will.
All right.
I will. I'll text her.
Go join
and,
us over
let
on
you know.
Spotify. Like, follow, give us a 5-star review. Thank you very much. Talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. Go back. Bye-bye.